Welcome to September 2017. Hope you guys are doing really well and you survived that eclipse season, because I did not, unfortunately to say. I did you guys a huge disservice by not letting you guys know what was going on with the eclipse season. So please, I'm trying to rectify the situation by letting you guys know how that eclipse affected your life. If you comment below with your birth time, your birth day, and your birth location, I can let you know exactly where that lunar and solar eclipse hit you guys and what you need to just let go of, because that eclipse was all about letting go. It was all about being courageous when it comes to your new pursuits. It was all about building a new strong foundation, a new strong focus, but releasing everything that was no longer serving us. So like I said, comment below with your birth details and I'll absolutely let you know where the eclipse season was affecting you guys. Also, I will let you know where the peak of your numerology is this month. So this year you've had the energy of your year, and then September is the peak of that energy. So if you had a year of hard work, September's the peak. If you had a year of new beginnings, September's the peak. So like I said, comment below with your birth details and I will let you know exactly what to expect this month, because this is a huge turning point this month. As mentioned, the full moon. So first of all, Saturn has gone direct. So Saturn has been in Sagittarius retrograde for the past, well, not retrograde, but it's been in Sagittarius for like 2 years now. It finally leaves in December. It's going into Capricorn. So Sagittarius, if you guys feel like these last 2 years have been intense, hard, difficult, time-consuming, obstacles, authority, restrictions, that's because Saturn's been in your sign. And once it leaves, you'll just get back to your old Sag self of optimistic and travel and excitement and positivity and expansion. But right now Saturn is just like a gray cloud and like a weight on you guys. So the good thing is that it's direct, so it'll stay direct. It's not going backwards again, and it'll go forward. For me, that has been brutal because my Saturn is in Sagittarius, and this is my Saturn return. And what it's done is, so Saturn was coming over my Saturn, and then went retrograde, went back over it, and then went direct, went back over it, went retrograde, went back over it, and now it's going back over it. So for those born around 1986 to 1988, you guys, and also around 60 years old, you guys have been hit, we've been hit like 4 times with Saturn, and it has just been excruciating. I can't wait for Saturn to get into Capricorn, which is not any better for me because I'm a Capricorn rising, but regardless. So the full moon is on September 6th, and it's in Pisces. So anything that you haven't released with that last lunar eclipse full moon in Leo, now's the time to really make sure that it's gone. And then come the new moon, September 20th in Virgo, this is an excellent time to start manifesting. Write down a list of 10 sorry, of 10 things. I don't have water. 10 things you want to manifest, especially when it comes to your day-to-day, your job, your diet, your exercise, your service to humanity, things like that, your pets, your coworkers, your job, not your career, your job, but to focus on the Virgo keywords when it comes to your manifestation list for this new moon on the 20th. We'll have bigger rewards. What else can I tell you? Yes, so Mercury is going direct on the 5th. Thank God. It's been intense. And numerology, huge changes. This is the peak of the changes. This is the turning point. So September is really the month where we're going to start to see how our year is panning out, and it's just kind of feels like we've been building towards September, and September is that explosion, that volcanic explosion, and then October, November, December will start to dissipate, and then we have a whole new energy come January 2018, okay? So, like I said, Sages, post your birth details, and I will let you know as much information as I possibly can, because that's just what I do, okay? So let's get started. This reading is for Sagittarius for September 2017. I want to infuse this with optimism, positivity, love, inspiration, motivation, direction, guidance. Thank Okay, so a card popped out, Sagittarius. So, first of all, the theme of this September is a new emotion coming in, okay? And this new emotion is just feeding into a well of emotions. So maybe Saturn going direct, you guys have gotten more cognizant of your emotional boundaries and your emotional growth. Okay, so that's the theme. All about moving forward, being diligent when it comes to these changes that are about to manifest, and recognizing that, you know, September is going to be a harder month. That's just what it is. You're getting to a new emotional place. You're feeling new emotions. Somebody is either taking from you or you're taking from them, and that's been eating away at you. And it should be the first person you thought of when I said that, but it's really time to scrape off that smudge. And I'm also wondering if maybe you guys haven't even acknowledged it. Somebody stabbed you in the back, or you stabbed somebody in the back, and that created a whole new emotional depth to you guys. But that stab in the back was kind of warranted. And I mean that in the best way possible. I don't mean warranted in the way that you guys deserved it, because nobody deserves to be hurt like that. But I mean warranted in the way that the thought process that you guys have been dealing with, especially with Saturn being in Sagittarius for so long, you guys have really just been pinning yourselves down with your own thoughts. Focusing way too stubbornly on your empowerment, focusing way too stubbornly on your financial situation, and making that clear, making those lines clear, those boundaries and those do not cross lines very clear, and kind of secluding yourselves and pinning yourselves down with your thoughts. Okay, that's the theme for September for Sagittarius, and the card that popped out is letting go and realizing that as soon as you let go, you allow yourself to build from a clean slate. So just let go. It's really as simple as that. For me, like, I know if I'm in a fight with my husband or something like that, I can actually physically feel when I'm like, this doesn't bother anymore. This doesn't bother me anymore. When I'm like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to let it go. You'll actually see your body relax. So imagine if you have a huge predicament, a huge dilemma. Imagine releasing that and letting that go. How amazing you would feel. You don't need to put on the obligation that this happened, it's bad, and I need to rectify it. I need to be upset about it. I need to be mad about it. You don't have to do that. You can just say, this happened, this person hurt me, or the situation hurt me. That's that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Moving on. Why would you ever give your power away by allowing that person to hold you hostage in a way? By allowing that person to take up headspace without paying rent in your head? Just let it go. It's really, really as simple as that. To just make the conscious decision to say, you know what? Not worth it. And letting go. Goodbye. Or hello, if you maybe are blocking yourself from a person that you care about because of pride or because of feeling like you need to be stern. But now that Saturn has gone direct, you're really going to be able to see other people more clearly, and you're going to feel less authoritative, like less like you have to be the bad guy, because that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good having to be the bad guy, having to be in a bad mood, especially for a Sag. So just let it go. That's honestly, it's the only advice that I can give. It's very simple advice, but a lot of the times that's all that there is to it. And you can make up 1,000,001 reasons why you can't let it go. But if the number one reason to let it go is that you'll be happy and you'll be relieved, isn't that worth those 110 reasons not to let it go? To just give yourself some peace? Who cares about the person? Karma exists, and I know as a Sag you understand and recognize that, so why don't you let karma take a throw at it? Karma's not going to come in if you're orchestrating the whole thing. Let karma do its thing. Maybe karma has come to play, and now you're realizing, like, oh my gosh, like, this person has gotten what they deserve, and you can finally let go and say, all right, why continue to add insult to injury by putting more negative energy and allowing this person to hold my thoughts hostage when karma's already delivered? Okay, so either let karma deliver or recognize that it has, or that it's going to be, and just let it go. Okay, that's the card that popped out. So that's the most important card for the Sagittarius. Okay. that being said, let's get started on the reading. Okay, looking good. Looking really good, Sag. Looking really, really good. Okay, so, Sagittarius, the situation is this emotional, fulfilled, happy family, everything looking good, all your ducks in a row, no stone unturned, you have everything figured out, and everything is just great, peachy, la la la, life is great, life is grand. This is what you want to get to. This is the situation at hand right now. So although the theme of September is, you know, being stabbed in the back by this one person, you just want to get back to this happy family situation. You just want to get back to this. Why can't you have this? Why does a Sag not get to have this? It's a new thing. It's a new thing. The 10, it may feel like it's at the end, but it's actually at the beginning. This is a new thing. To have this emotional fulfillment with or with your family. Because right now, it must be a family member who forced you, or family in general, who forced you to only focus on responsibilities, to only focus on getting your financial situation under wraps and in order. And you weren't allowed to have fun and to emote and to bring in new emotions. But now guess what? Because of that, you feel betrayed. Why were you working so hard with this Saturn retrograde? Why were you working so hard if you're just going to get stabbed in the back? You just want to get back to here. You just want to get back to here. So the way to get back to here, Sag, this is an obstacle and an aid. So although something from the past, especially in a relationship, has been weighing heavily on the ability to get to this happy family spot, this is the obstacle and the aid. So you can recognize this past as for what it is. Yeah, that was painful. Yeah, I really need to cleanse myself from that. Obstacle and an aid. These things that happened in our past that we deem bad, when do we start to see that that bad thing was actually a good thing? Because it's not over till it's over. If it's not where it's supposed to be, it's not done yet. If it's not worked out, it's not done yet. Like I've been, you know, watching some deaths recently, and even my grandmother's, when she was on her deathbed, the palliative care nurse just kept saying, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Because at the end, everything is going to be all right when it really comes down to it. So it's time to get to that. It's time to see that silver lining. It's time to see what happened in the past that actually is leading to this. And just let it in. Because subconsciously, you got a lot of positivity. You know that now Saturn's direct. Come December, it's leaving your sign. You have a lot of positivity, a lot of nourishment, a lot of happiness going on under the surface. And it's euphoric. But it's all under the surface. So that's good. Bring it up. Bring it up. However, thought process, who's this? Who is this young person who is either an earth sign or someone really focused on their finances? So either Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Someone really focused on their finances and it's kind of at a standstill right now. Who is this person? Should have been the first person you thought of. This person is a smudge in your blue sky. This person is a dark cloud in your blue sky, okay? Thinking way too much about this person. Why? Why do you need this person's approval? Why do you need this person to move forward in order for you to move forward? Okay, you can do it without them. You had a lot of opportunities for that empowerment in the past that just recently passed. You had a lot of opportunities to stabilize the emotions, to build yourself up, to focus on what you've built up and what growth you have and what you're creating. You right now, Sag, sorry, I'm coming in cold. You right now, Sag, are feeling pretty lonely. Feeling pretty lonely. You guys are like shapeshifters right now. Like, where are the Sages? They're shapeshifters. They're there 1 minute and then they're gone the next. The Sages have been really MIA lately, it seems. Where are you guys? We need your fiery optimism again. Now that Saturn is direct, We can get that fiery optimism back, because right now Sag has been way too stern, way too hard on themselves, way too hard on their partners, on their past, really, really stuck in the past. Family and friends are fighting for your attention as well. They're like, let's get back to the old days. Let's get back to how it was. They miss you, Sag. They miss your fieriness. They miss your nourishment. They miss how you're like that comfort food, you know? Like a Sag is like McDonald's on a hangover day. Like, it's just comforting and positive and nourishing in like a weird way. They miss that. They're fighting for that. They know that there's a lot of strength in their Sages. So give back to your family and friends, because they're feeling incredibly barren right now. They're feeling incredibly barren. Sorry. Hope and fear for the Sages is an internalized conflict, is fighting with people. Fighting with other people, especially when it comes to your empowerment. Okay? So you want to be fighting for the top spot, but you also fear that fight. You want to be fighting when it comes to staying mad at this person and blocking yourself off from happy family. You want to keep fighting. You want to, but you also fear it. So, something to absolutely be acknowledged, because there is victory. There's victory on the horizon. You're going to start to realize how supported you actually are, even though you guys have been MIA. You're going to start to see how supported you actually are by your family and friends. And no matter how long you've been angry or how long you've been missing, they're still there for you. Okay? So you will start to see that support. Start to see it in this person, this earth sign, that dark cloud in your blue sky. And then in the end, Sag, look, once you let go, look at this card. A lot of positive cards on here. So the positivity is still there. It's still there for you, Sages. It's just getting there. It's just recognizing that the past doesn't have to hold you hostage, especially when it comes to this person, this earth sign. Or this person who's really focused on their empowerment. You know? And although you guys have a lot of power options, maybe they don't see that. Maybe they don't want Sag to have those power options. Maybe they're the powerful ones, and Sag is just supposed to be the support system. No, it should be, now it's time to kind of switch the reversals. And the only way to do that, reverse the roles. Switch the roles. The only way to do that is let go. Let go, Sag. Okay, I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing September. Like I said, post your birth details, and I will just send you so much information, because September is intense turning point, okay? Love you, Sages, and I'll see you in October. Bye.